UFC 311 delivered an exciting night of fights, earning a solid 8 out of 10 rating. The main card featured thrilling bouts, significant upsets, and major shifts in various divisions. While Islam Makhachev defending his lightweight title against Renato Moicano wasn't the most compelling matchup, both fighters stepping in on short notice preserved the event, reminiscent of past UFC history when John Jones pulled out of UFC 151. The card also saw 4 undefeated fighters, Clayton Carpenter, Rinya Nakamura, Peyton Talbot, and Umar Nurmagomedov, suffer their first losses, making it a tough night for unbeaten competitors. Underdogs like Muin Gafurov and Raoni Barcelos shone, adding to the card's unpredictability. Islam Makhachev continued to cement his legacy as one of the greatest lightweights of all time with a first-round submission victory over Renato Moicano via Dar's choke. Despite Moicano's high-level grappling and decent stand-up, Islam's precision and ground control were too much. Moicano defended well early, even escaping a half-guard position, but he made a fatal mistake by exposing his neck, leading to the quick finish. This marked Islam's 4th successful title defense, tying him with Khabib Nurmagomedov's record. While Moicano wasn't the ideal opponent to solidify GOAT status, Islam's dominance across the division, which includes many former featherweights like Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, and Dan Hooker, underlines his case. Who's next? Jailton Almeida. He could face the winner of Sergey Pavlovich vs. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, or test himself against Alexander Volkov or Cyril Gane. Sergey Spivak. A fight with Tai Tuivasa or Marcin Tybura would allow Spivak to rebound against a ranked opponent. Kevin Holland vs. Reinier de Ridder. Reinier de Ridder wasted no time asserting dominance over Kevin Holland, submitting him in the first round via rear naked choke. De Ridder shot for a takedown immediately, controlled Holland on the ground, and finished the fight with precision. This bout mirrored Holland's previous struggles against strong grapplers like Marvin Vettori and Derek Brunson, further highlighting the gap in his defensive wrestling. Who's next? Reinier de Ridder. A matchup against a top 10 opponent like Brendan Allen or Marvin Vettori would test his skills further. Kevin Holland. Holland may need to drop back to welterweight or face a fellow striker to avoid similar outcomes. Key takeaways. Islam Makhachev's legacy. His dominance in the lightweight division continues, and he could surpass Khabib as the lightweight GOAT with another defense or a successful move to welterweight. Merab's cardio machine Dvalishvili has proven himself as one of the most durable and relentless fighters in MMA, leaving few credible challengers at bantamweight. Yuri's evolution. Prochaska continues to refine his style, blending athleticism with technique, and remains a top contender at light heavyweight. Jailton Almeida's rise. His dynamic performance showed he could be a future title contender in the heavyweight division. UFC 311 was a night of surprises, thrilling performances, and career-defining moments, solidifying itself as one of the year's best pay-per-view events. This rewrite condenses the analysis while maintaining the depth and excitement of your breakdown. Let me know if you'd like further adjustments. Fight card recap and analysis, key highlights and takeaways. The recent card offered a blend of thrilling action, shocking upsets, and standout performances that left fans buzzing. Here's a detailed breakdown of the night's most notable bouts and outcomes. Raoni Barcelos derailed the hype train of Peyton Talbot. Ranked number 7, Raoni Barcelos delivered a wrestling masterclass, effectively neutralizing Peyton Talbot, who entered as the card's heaviest favorite. Barcelos dominated every aspect of the fight, showcasing superior grappling skills. From back control to full mounts, he nearly locked in submissions like the rear naked choke and arm triangle multiple times. Talbot, however, demonstrated resilience, defending these attempts with remarkable composure. Notably, the judges scored the fight 30-27 and even 30-26 in one instance, with Barcelos earning a rare 10-8 first round. According to judging criteria, a 10-8 round requires a combination of dominance, duration, or damage, with any two of the three being sufficient. Barcelos exhibited domination and duration, effectively controlling the round without significant damage. While Talbot displayed athleticism and toughness, smiling through adversity and landing sporadic strikes, the gap in wrestling skill was evident. Barcelos' veteran experience shone through, and while Talbot's loss isn't career-ending, it raises concerns about his ability to compete with elite wrestlers like Merab Dvalishvili or Umar Nurmagomedov. Improvement in his grappling defense will be crucial for his future. Azamat Bikoev vs. Zachary Reese, controversy and chaos. Azamat Bikoev secured a dominant victory over Zachary Reese through relentless ground and pound. However, the fight wasn't without controversy. Makhachev landed several strikes to the back of Reis's head, which went unnoticed by the referee. To add to the chaos, during the stoppage, the referee inadvertently pushed Reis's head into the ground, leaving fans outraged. Despite the contentious moments, Makhachev's performance was clinical. His ability to transition from striking to grappling showcased his versatility. Unfortunately for Reis, he was outmatched in every department, and the bizarre officiating only added to his woes. Bogdan Guskov submits Billy Elikana. In an intriguing clash, Bogdan Guskov earned a submission victory over Billy Elikana via guillotine choke. Elikana, a short-notice replacement, impressed early by utilizing his speed and wrestling to take Guskov down. Despite being undersized, Elikana managed to secure a single-leg takedown and transition to back control in the opening round. However, Guskov turned the tide with devastating body shots in the second round, draining Elikana's energy. After sustained pressure, Elikana succumbed to the guillotine. While Guskov showcased resilience and opportunism, Elikana's debut displayed his potential, especially given the circumstances of his short-notice appearance. Grant Dawson vs. Diego Ferreira, grit meets grappling. Grant Dawson's victory over Diego Ferreira highlighted his evolving game. Known primarily for his grappling, Dawson traded strikes with Ferreira, showing improved stand-up skills and resilience. Ferreira, known for his knockout power, couldn't capitalize on his striking advantage, as Dawson's toughness kept him in the fight. On the mat, Dawson's grappling shone. He out-scrambled Ferreira and maintained dominant positions, countering Ferreira's attempts to reverse or escape. This performance restored confidence in Dawson after his previous loss to Bobby Green. A potential matchup with Jalen Turner or Benoit St. Denis could test his abilities further. Eileen Perez defeats Carol Rosa with flair. Eileen Perez secured a decision win over Carol Rosa in a bout that lacked fireworks but showcased her effectiveness. Perez used takedowns and spinning back fists to control the fight, while Rosa relied on her kicking game. Post-fight, Perez's celebratory twerking stole headlines, maintaining her unique persona. With her win propelling her into the top 10, potential matchups against fighters like Mayra Bueno Silva could be on the horizon. Meanwhile, Rosa might face Chelsea Chandler or Jacqueline Cavalcante next. Muin Gafurov upsets Rinya Nakamura. In one of the night's biggest upsets, Muin Gafurov defeated the hyped Rinya Nakamura. Gafurov's striking superiority was evident as he landed precise kicks, knees, and punches while Nakamura struggled to find his rhythm. What puzzled fans was Nakamura's reluctance to use his wrestling, despite being a high-level wrestler. After an early scramble where Nakamura gained the upper hand, he failed to capitalize on his grappling advantage, opting instead to engage in a striking battle that played into Gafurov's strengths. By the third round, Gafurov's confidence was evident, as he taunted Nakamura. For Nakamura, this fight serves as a wake-up call to refine his game plan and lean on his wrestling in future matchups. Bernardo Sopage vs. Ricky Turcios. Bernardo Sopage defeated Ricky Turcios in a battle of contrasting styles. Sopage's power punches and body kicks overwhelmed Turcios, who relied on his unorthodox and scrappy striking. Sopage came close to finishing the fight in the third round with a flurry of punches after a body kick visibly hurt Turcios. While Turcios' creativity and grit were on display, Sopage's technical superiority carried him to a clear decision victory. Tager Ulambikov vs. Clayton Carpenter, a sizable advantage. Tager Ulambikov's size and strength proved too much for Clayton Carpenter in their flyweight bout. Ulambikov dominated with his grappling, easily lifting and slamming Carpenter while maintaining control on the ground. On the feet, Ulambikov used his reach to land counters, further frustrating Carpenter. Despite the official height difference being listed as 1 inch, Ulambikov appeared significantly larger, highlighting the challenges Carpenter faced in this matchup. Ulambikov's performance raises questions about how he makes the flyweight limit while maintaining such a size advantage. Card highlights and final thoughts. This card delivered on multiple fronts, from stunning upsets to dominant displays of skill. Standout performances included Howie Barcelos' grappling clinic, Muin Gafurov's striking masterclass, and Grant Dawson's well-rounded victory. While some bouts, like Eileen Perez vs. Carol Rosa, lacked excitement, others, such as Azamat Makhachev vs. Zachary Reis, had fans talking for different reasons, including officiating controversies. As the dust settles, fans are left pondering potential matchups for the winners and the lessons learned for the fighters who fell short. What were your favorite fights or finishes of the night? Let us know your rankings and thoughts as we eagerly await the next card.